Hello everyone, welcome back to more Dragon Quest XI. Last time we went through a shortish dungeon to reclaim that orb that Eric wanted so badly. In between episodes, I've gained a couple of levels. We're going to get ready to explore the world further using that special gem that we got from our time hopping with the whatever happened there. We're level 11 now, so I gained a couple of levels in between episodes, and also I updated my bronze sword. I reworked it and also made a feathered cap, so thanks to that we're a little bit stronger in that respect. And I believe we have some other neat stuff going on. So now, in terms of me speccing out, I've learned Dragon Slash. So now if I get another 10 points, I can actually power up my sword just a little bit, which is quite nice. And then we have stuff here called Sword Mastery, which seems pretty interesting, which is pretty cool. And I forget if I did anything with Eric over here. I'm not too sure. I might have gotten I might have messed around with this before. Ah, yeah, because I said I was gonna get Cobra Strike. So we're waiting on that. So he'll have to gain another level before we can. And we're gonna head out. Though I feel like it'd be a bit more appropriate if I head on over to this camp here and select rest until noon. I was gonna say Dune. We're gonna rest until Dune, and then we'll see what's going on. This is day 3 of the game coming out. And I'm excited to play some more. Well then, let's refer to our map here. The door of departure is all the way on the right side. However, I see a pink thing over there. So I believe it'd be worth it to head on over to this dock and see what's going on over here. What's that now? You're looking for the door of departure, you say? Well, I couldn't be certain, but there's an old building out east with a big set of doors. You ever wonder why my beard's so big? Like, dude, this dude's insane. Oh, come on. Why the camera is that? Yeah, look at this guy. This is fucking insane. But no hair, though. That's just too much. Also, shout out to the person in the comments who mentioned, hey, make sure to break every pot and barrel, which is something I took a note of before, but I do read my comments every day. Even if I end up being farther ahead. Not super far ahead this time. Just because I've had a lot of personal stuff to work on as well. But I'm staying relatively ahead. Especially because the new Spider-Man game's coming out, and I want to be able to stream that this weekend. So, gotta get ahead, because I will be recording a little bit less. But at least I'll be making online content, so really it's all work. It's all happy work, though. What we got? Got a water sedge? That's neat. I have no idea what that is. I'll pretend I do. A water sedge, for those who don't know. Hey, let's do a little crawl. This game is continuing to be one of the few times where I play a JRPG where it feels like I'm exploring a world. There was quite a bit. There was a good bit of that in Final Fantasy 15, but I feel like 15 lacked the major thing this has, which is fully explorable towns, and the focus on the car and the roads I feel like hampered the some aspects of its exploration. Not completely though. A lot of the open world stuff in general and the dungeons and caves were executed really well, but I think this one has been doing a really good job. A horse! Oh no, it's... Leave us alone. Oh no, it's the one dude. The bad one.
Did you really think you would escape me, Darkspawn?
Yes. I did.
Damn it. They found us.
I didn't expect him to jump!
Don't
Horses!
just stand there. Come on.
Eh. He's very mad.
Fire!
No, the horse's butt! It's a good thing it wasn't my horse. I'd be so upset.
Here, take my hand.
Huh? Oh yeah, dramatic. What? Huh? Hey, dude.
Quickly, the keystone.
You shall not escape me, Darkspawn!
That's unfortunate.
Now.
I'm bad at cardio.
You think you have won? The game has not even begun.
Actually, it's on like episode like 8 or something, but you know.
Whew, we made it. That was too close. So, where exactly are we? I don't recognize this place at all.
You shall not escape me. Awarded by evading capture. You will not escape me. Awarded for escaping him. Don't eat my sandwich. Awarded for eating the sandwich. Don't talk to me. Awarded for talking to him. I'm sorry. I'm having a lot of fun right now, guys. You have no idea. Hello there. I would love to buy things from you. Well, here's something that we can straight up upgrade. Let's pick up the scale shield. There we go. Pointy hat! Eric, you have great fashion sense. There you go. Templar's uniform. Hell yeah. Flaxen thread. Gonna assume that kind of stuff is gonna be quite important. Like, I assume these might be related to crafting of some sort, so we will put those there. We'll put 5 of these and give them to Eric. 3 of these, give them to Cazels. 3 of these, and no, Eric. There we go. Also, we should probably do a little bit more inventory management, which I can do and just put some stuff into the item bag that you can't use. Stuff like the sword. Yeah, we don't need the cobblestone sword or The cobblestone greatsword, stuff like that. I like the fact that there's an option to use on basically every item, even though some it will do literally nothing. Kind of, it reminds me of old adventure games, or, you know, probably the oldest Dragon Quest games, but again, did not play them. I guess they were Dragon Warrior back in the day. I like how there's an option to, like, use the Dragon Quest 8 outfit, but it's, you don't want to, because it's a straight downgrade in terms of your stats. Whatever, I'm kind of okay with this outfit. Mostly the color. If they let you have the scarf without the torso, I'd be fine, but you have to equip the whole set, which is lame! Look at these slimes! They're orange! She slimes! They're orange with estrogen. Alright. We have the new move, Rubble Rouser. Summons an Earth Sigil that will inflict damage on the enemy every time they try to act. Wow. That's a little mean. Yeah, not so tough. And then, of course, we have stuff like Zap. Shock 'em!
Who else wants some?
What's up here? It's a bird! A Garuda. Tactics. You, fight wisely. There we go. I was just doing direct orders earlier because I wanted to mess around with some pep stuff, but I'm no longer grinding. Let's make these battles go a little bit faster. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. As you've seen through my LPs, I tend to want to make a decent amount of progress each episode, because I'm someone who personally doesn't like watching Let's Plays where they kind of just make zero movement. So, if I end up getting lost for a good period of time or anything like that, I usually end up trying to clean it up. Unless I find the video especially good, or if the video is especially long, then I may, you know, change up how I do that. Otherwise, you know, I'd like to get some progress here. Mainly, I'm doing Let's Plays of RPGs, and that's a lot. They're long games. They're my bread and butter, and I feel like, you know, try and make them at least viewable. Even then, I definitely expect most people, like, skip through these videos. Kind of click through it. I do that on videos, too. It's not a big change. I like that getting initiative on this shit is so easy. I don't even think it's really getting initiative more than just you get extra damage. It's not like, say, Shin Megami Tensei, where if you get that hit, you're going first. It's more, if you get that hit, you're dealing a little bit of damage, and then they'll base the turns on your speed. Which is fine. I think that's a good way to do that.
Easy.
My assessment in a previous video that Dragon Quest XI, at the very least, because I haven't played any of the other ones, is very cozy. Still stays accurate here. Please hit that bird, Eric. Fine then, Eric. You've made me mad, Eric. To be honest, Sizz will probably do what I want. No, it won't. I was hoping it would do a little bit more damage because I'm pepped up, that I'd be able to kill both of them in one shot, but no such luck. What we can do is, we can try a Dragon Slash, even though this isn't a dragon. Okay, that looks cool animation-wise. Oh man, he's ready to go as well. Now, my understanding from watching watching that, the one review I believe I mentioned in a video before of Dragon Quest XI, is that the PEP system is different, and it's dependent on... It's just dependent on invisible values, so you'll never know when you're about to get it, and you'll never know for how long you will be able to use it. Which is interesting. But you'll always know when it's about to run out by the portrait flashing. Which I always think is happening at the start of a turn, but it's like, no, they're just recovering HP at the start. However, we do have a new move.
Who else wants some?
We do have a new move that we need to try out that's specifically tied to Eric's PEP stuff that I'd like to show off. Though I believe I also unlocked another one for being a certain level too, so we'll have to look at it coming up. But here we are in the Hotto steppe. I assume it's Hotto. Could be Hotto. But, you know, if you take the H out, you would typically say that's Otto, right? Mount Fuji! Mount Fuji! This game sometimes, guys. Well, this is definitely the hot area. I mean, you kind of got that from the wasteland stuff, but you know. Let's get into a fight with an unsavory person. Or monster. How about this guy? What in the fuck is that? I can't. I can't. Alright, so Scorched Earth. Alright, so I believe Scorched Earth is, well, it's that. That's impressive. Now, unfortunately, I was hoping that it was going to be like a group thing, but unfortunately, it's just a single target. Oh, it is a multi-target. So it is his rubble rouser technique, but it affects the entire party, so they just take damage whenever they try to do a move. That's interesting. It's an interesting Earth attack of just, did the enemy act? Well, they just take a hit. And doing that as spread's pretty good. Now that we've had time to really dig into that, yeah, I think that's alright. Also, the enemy designs continue to be really on point here. If it isn't these little slimes. They think they can stop me. Oh, are they in for a surprise? First, the slimes will die. I just appreciate that that drum had a mouth. Kind of horrifying, but also cool. Now, I can only assume we would be wanting to head into the town. Is that a deer? What is this world where there's just real-ass animals? I mean, I should say that, but there were horses. But, oh man, if they were Akira Toriyama horses. If only. Did you see that texture pop in? That was nuts. I'm glad it didn't take us long to reach Japan.
Civilization at last. And I think it's safe to say we're not being followed anymore. For now, at least.
Two travelers come. Their timing is auspicious as the day's new dawn. My bathhouse awaits. Savor its steamy embrace as frogs do spring rain. Rejoice, honored guests, for to mark this happy day, you may sweat for free.
We're kind of busy to be sweating. Thanks. Appreciate the offer, though.
Too busy to bathe? Too busy to wash away the scent of the road?
Huh? Okay, maybe I'm not at my freshest. Fine. I'll visit your bathhouse if it means that much to you. Might as well go sweat off the journey while we have the chance. I'll see you in there, okay?
The winds bring a guest. Joyfully I shall guide him to where bliss awaits.
Oh, isn't that nice? Beneath Mount Fuji, like snowstorms on summer days, visitors are rare. Your blue-haired comrade steams in the stair-top sauna, a peak in the mist. Alright, question. I must confess, I'm not the most knowledgeable on everything. Is everyone here speaking in haikus? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that that's what they're going for. That's hilarious. But it might be something similar or somewhat related. Let's go pick up some quests, see what's going on.
How dare you! Oh! Oh! That's no way to treat a lady. Didn't your mother teach you any manners?
Your words grate my ears. A good child should be silent and stay out of bars.
I told you I need to speak to the owner. It's important. He might know where my little sister is.
A child in a bar is like a fish in a tree. You must search elsewhere.
Oh, fine. If you're going to be a complete pighead about it, I'll go and ask the guards by the gate instead. Ooh, what do we have here? Well, are you going to tell me your name or not?
No.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Must be the wind. I said, are you going to tell me your name?
Yes. It's Kaz.
Could be worse, I suppose.
I mean, yeah.
Listen,
Like yours.
You and I need to talk, but my little sister is missing, so I have to go and find her first. I never thought I'd finally meet you in a place like this. It's funny how things work out.
So she knows. How does she. Oh, never mind. I saw her in the intro, but she looked like a lot older. And I was wondering what was going on with that, because I'd seen all the promotional art of her being a womanlet. I don't know, what would you call the female version of a manlet? But, you know. I'm gonna assume that she has been blown through time, and her adult version likely met with us in the future or some shit. They did some weird time shit in the last couple episodes. Anyway, there's a couple of side quests we can pick up, judging by the purples. So let's go do that. Yo, what's up, George Costanza? A wedding beckons. My son is to tie the knot, but he needs a ring. I have the gold ore, but sadly not the talent, to craft a gold ring. But could it be true? Could you have a fun-sized forge and know how it works? Please forge a gold ring and not just a normal one. Sure. What a joyful day. Now open this chest. Takes what lies within. You'll need this too. Take the tome I offer you. 24 carats of class! I can make gold rings. Learn the recipe, gather the items it lists, and craft a gold ring. And if you should fail, use a perfectionist pearl. Try your hand again. Forge the ring I crave. Do not equip it yourself, or my son needs it. Just please do it, man. I can't imagine if this is supposed to be like they had to do this like with haikus or some shit. I can't imagine how hard it was for the localizers to be like, alright, we gotta do this on every NPC in an entire city. Alright. Like, I like that despite I got advice to break all those pots, I actually accidentally learned to do it on my own. Like the day before. It's cool when games let you do that, let you embrace your inner, I guess, Zelda. Where you kind of, where there you'd like, what, roll through stuff? Or if it's the kids, it would be just like dark, like Neo. Yeah, like that. Like that game. You seek our steam baths, you must ascend the stairs. I'll say that it's very, very nice that the game leads multiple pink NPCs that tell you where to go, even though it's pretty obvious where to go with objectives. It's a more, I'd say, well-realized version of hand-holding that I appreciate. Now, if I was looking around, I'd like to move over here. This is a nice, decently sized town. It's not as grand as Heliodor, of course, but it on its own, quite nice. The sweat on one's brow, the hammer of hot iron, the life of a smith. Art of our fathers, a village built on this trade, a proud tradition. We need iron ore, the mountains abound in it, an endless supply. Help us find it, gather the ore we need, an award awaits. So it looks like he'll give me a recipe for stuff if I end up doing this for him. Head down west from Hotto, the earth's wealth awaits you there, bring us what you find. Smiths and sparkly spots. Alright, I guess we could do some of that. I like how you can hide objective and hide the overlay. That's neat. And of course there's zoom. Not to be confused with the mechanic in Dragon Quest called zoom. Which I only know thanks to those Dynasty Warrior games. Quest catalog. Alright, so I gotta get some iron ore. Search for a sparkly spot in the west of Hotto Steppe, and you'll soon find what you're after. And this one, we need to make a gold ring +1 or better. Let's go do those for funsies. We'll do it for funsies. Let's go creak this microphone over here so I can sit back a bit. I'm a fidgety young lad. If we refer to the map, I thought there was someone at the door. It's just the dude hitting the drums over there. We have to cross over, and then, yeah, there's a campfire that way. I'll say this is the normal running speed that you would have in the Japanese version. So this is generally how you would travel, and this is the normal way. I have to say is a great improvement. I feel like it potentially makes it so it's even easier to avoid enemies you don't want to fight, which I'm also kind of into, but in the end, just, you're hardly going to get caught by enemies. Just tap the button. You know what I mean? It's definitely, this ain't rocket science. What the fuck is this? Hey man, you wanna leave me and my weed alone? Like, it's like, I don't know what's going on with that. But, let's settle in for the evening. Let's get up and then walk to it. Our forge! Please, if you would allow me, I would love, just absolutely love, to forge accessories, rings, a gold ring. Okay. Double-edged bash? That doesn't really work here. I was very worried that wouldn't work. Alright, this seems to be good enough. Haha! And it's a +1. It probably would have been a lot better if I ended up getting in the middle node, but I don't have many options right now. All I can do is, like, hit it, and then hit if there's, like, 2 units on the same side. Alright. That's enough of that. Rest until noon. Well, now that we picked up our ring, we should head up to the next order of business, which I'm gonna have to reread it because I'm stupid. Search for a sparkly spot in the west of the Hotto steppe. So does that mean in the same zone? Worrywart. I'm gonna assume that Worrywart is given to you by checking your quest thing multiple times. I have to know. I'm sorry. I have to open up a thing. Please forgive me. Worrywart Dragon Quest trophy, because I'm very afraid that this is a time-sensitive trophy. Okay, so some people are just saying it's when you go into the MISC menu. So it might just be, they might have intended it for you to just constantly be healing. But I was so hoping it was like, you've checked your quest menu twice in like 2 minutes, because that's totally me. Is that the only time you can do that? Weird. Weird that you just mined that, but there's like still a huge ass rock there. But you know, sometimes we gotta be a bit on the cartoony side. You've been asked a few lumps. Yeah, but how many lumps do I need? The game isn't doing a very good job of that. I'm gonna assume that we're gonna have to come back here later, kind of like in Chrono Trigger, whenever you get the ability to open the black chests with the gold seal on them. And then we'll be able to open up all that crap. Are we actually able to, like, go to places we clearly aren't supposed to go yet? Really? The cryptic... No, a little spooky. A little spooky. Spooky in my butt. I would rather not. But I did want to leave and come back and see if that would respawn the sparkliness of that rock. It doesn't. You might have to advance time. Or it might be time-based in general. Ooh, a wake robin. Alright, so for this, I'm just gonna head back and assume that I did what they needed. Hey, horse. Hey, man, what you doing? You know, they expect to see you here soon. You know I can't go past this part. Did you just... I'm sorry, Gerald. We have to go. You called me. You called me, and you just gonna leave me? Go get Taco Bell, Gerald. Okay. You see, the horse was close to tears, but when I said, get yourself some Taco Bell, he was down with it. Now, it was tough, guys, because he was distraught. Because Taco Bell's nacho fries promotion ended, so no longer could he get some fries. And it was just tearing him up inside. And he was filled with regret. This was the horse I'm talking about, and not me. And but thankfully, we got him through it. He's going over there. He's probably getting himself a steak soft taco, maybe a cinnamon twist, and a drink. And it's not at all what I want. What I might do after this recording session. I'm very weird because, all right. Well, let's cut the bit and talk about food for a moment. Question of the day, which we never do questions of the day, but let's pretend we're doing a question of the day today. Do you, or have you, had an experience at any food establishment, or maybe just food in general, where when you ate something, possibly early on or for the first time, or just in general, where it was such an horrid experience that your body just openly rejects eating it again? Has that just been a thing for you? Because it has been for me in a good few cases. Like take Taco Bell, for example. I had tried stuff like with cheese and lettuce and stuff like that, and the meat there, and it was such a horrid experience that it makes my body openly reject it. So whenever I go... Ooh, I can make bronze armor suits now. Whenever I go to, like, get something from there, it's mainly just beans, like potatoes, and, like, steak, but nothing else. It just, my body's like, nah, man. If you're gonna get cheese on something, at least be alright. I mean, I know I meme about cheese quite a bit on streams. Like, I don't have cheese on pizza, which is also tied to a very bad experience involving it. But I can have cheese. I can go to like an Arby's or something and get like a thing with Swiss cheese on it. I can make a grilled cheese sandwich. I'm just saying sometimes there's certain things that just don't work out. So I was wondering if anyone else had an experience where maybe you had something that was supremely overcooked, or undercooked rather, and it just ruined your life like it did mine. Sound off. Do you have the ring? Yep. A wonder, a joy, all I had hoped for and more. Please take this reward. Cruiserang. Pop! That can always be rough, right? Just like you hope. You hope when you have something that's gonna be nice, and then, you know, next thing you know, you get food poisoning because they fucking undercooked the pizza, and then next thing you know, you spend the rest of your life not having cheese on your pizzas. You don't want to be that guy, but really, you've been forced into that life. It's like being forced into a life of crime, only not at all. My favorite thing is whenever I do that fucking loud laugh, because I can't control it. I just think I'm hilarious. You found the ore? Yeah. I must confess, in truth, we had enough ore. I wish to test you. You pass with a plume. You have a true miner's heart. You may keep the ore. Oh, okay. But that is not all. I must reward you further. This tome 2 is yours. Okay. We read it from cover to cover in the course of 5 seconds, and learned its incredible contents by heart. I learned how to make iron broadswords, and cast iron claymores. Now these were useful side quests. We've learned how to make things, and that's great. We'll have to make sure and remine that iron ore later to get some more too. Alright, well. Given how long that excursion took, I wouldn't be surprised if this episode was still the same episode that I started with, and it just ends up being close to 40 minutes. If it is, I'm gonna die. See you next time. If not, though, then it wouldn't. Yeah, it should probably be. Bye.